What's up, strugglers? Comic King here. In this video, we are talking about, I say it, probably the most famous Superman book of all time. It might be the greatest Superman book ever. Superman, All-Star Superman, specifically by Grant Morrison, fucking Frank Quietly, the legend himself. Dude, what can I say about this book that hasn't really been said already, man? I mean, everything in this book is... this book's been talked about day in, day out. I don't even need to really say much, except that it is freaking amazing, and I just want to talk about it because, Superman coming out soon. The hype is real. James, it's less than a month away, I believe, or about a month away. It's just, I can't wait, and I want to talk about this book because James Gunn himself, even though based off the trailer, it's just kind of funny since it's the start of the new universe, and within the first 3 years is Clark being Superman within this new established continuity. Funny that he's taking this because this is, for y'all who don't know, All-Star Superman is basically the last Superman story. It's an Elseworlds book. It's its own tale. It could easily be in canon for you if you want it to be the last Superman book ever, like me. It's just, it's so good. But anyway, Gunn said that this is the main inspiration for Superman, the new Superman movie. And it's just, I can see why. Now, he's pulling a lot of elements from a lot of different stories. He's even posted on Instagram and stuff that all the stuff that he's taking inspiration from, and you just look at the movie. But I think what he means by this being the main inspiration is that this leans into the camp in a good way. People think, oh, that's cheesy, it's for kids. This is very much a mature book. The thing is what I mean by that is that I'm freaking tripping over words here. I think what James Gunn is going for is that Grant Morrison in this book is not afraid of the hokiness and the Silver Age stuff that harkens back to Superman's, golden days, right? In the Golden Age and the Silver Age, and what makes the world that Superman was involved in. Because if you think about it, Superman and the characters he deals with, it's a very hokey, very comic booky world. And you look at what Zack Snyder did and stuff. They made it more realistic. It's very much like Superman Earth 1 and a lot of stuff. Books of that nature, but that's like Superman in the real world. I feel like just how Zack Snyder was bringing Superman to the real world, same way as Christopher Nolan's bringing Batman to the real world. Matt Reeves is bringing the real world to Batman, and I think Gunn is bringing the real world to Superman, right? But this book, man, it's so good. I'm not gonna get too much into it because it's sorry guys, strugglers, freaking families being loud as hell. Sorry, pardon that. Always an active household, but it's so good. What hasn't been said already? Is it my favorite Superman book? No, it's definitely up there. Grant Morrison is in my top 3 writers of all. My top 3 writers of all time is Frank Miller, Alan Moore, and Grant fucking Morrison. Their books are freaking amazing. My favorite Grant Morrison book ever is, of course, Batman: Arkham Asylum. That book is a masterpiece I will talk about on the channel. This is my top 3 Batman books ever. I love that. I love it so much that I have 3 copies of it. I have the original print of the graphic novel. I have, I think, the 15th anniversary paperback, and then I even bought the Absolute Edition. I love that book so much, and that book is so beautiful. But, you could tell Superman in this book, Grant Morrison has so much respect for the character. He has so much reverence for Superman, and just Clark in this book is so wholesome. He's a wholesome character. He's an alien, but yet he's more human than any hero or character other than him in this book. And it's just, for those of you who don't know about All-Star Superman without spoiling it, it's basically Grant Morrison's love letter to the character. It's the last days of Superman. This isn't really a spoiler if you read the back of the book, but basically, Superman goes on a mission to save, or he flies to the sun to save an expedition that has been infiltrated by Lex Luthor. Superman gets his powers from the sun, right? However, on this expedition, Superman gets too close to the sun. Something happens without me spoiling it, and basically, he gets radiation sickness. And Superman, he's got 1 year left to live. He's dying. He's got 1 year left to live. The thing is, he's more powerful than he's ever been before. It's because of the overexposure from the sun, the yellow sun. And But even though he's become more powerful than he's ever been, he's slowly dying and has a year left to live. And it's kind of meant to be like his last year as Superman. He's like, I'm Superman, I can accomplish anything, yet I feel like I have so much left to do. And it basically goes through kind of like the Herculean trials. It's basically Superman goes through a bunch of trials in this book on his way to the grave, basically. But the thing is what's so good is that it's just so wholesome. Grant Morrison loves his character so much, he understands him. It's just, I mean, I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse here, but it's just, you can't help but love the character. And like, yeah, it's probably, people would think it's overrated. Like, oh, Comic King, you think Batman Hush is overrated, but not All-Star Superman? Ooh, yeah, fuck it. Fuck Batman Hush. I like All-Star Superman more, but I don't care. But yeah, I get why people think that this would probably be the most overrated Superman book. Is because it's always referenced. People always point to this, but there's a reason. You know, it's people point to Batman Hush, but I think that book is severely flawed by the end of the story. There's a reason people point to this book, because this book is not flawed. It's almost a perfect comic book. Sure, you can have problems with it in your own opinions, whatever that is, you know, fucking whatever. This book is just, it gets the character. And I think what James Gunn is going for when he made this book the main influence for Superman is that this just, it's very much a character piece, and it understands him without compromising any of his Superman's or Clark's beliefs that he pursues when being the world's greatest superhero, right? And it's just, and when he said that this is the main inspiration, and just after seeing that first, you know, the trailers, it makes me so happy. Is this my favorite Superman book? No, that goes to Superman for All Seasons by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. I think that is the best Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale book. I even have the absolute edition of that book, all 4 issues in a trade paperback, even though I'll loan that out to a friend. I'm definitely talking about that. That is my favorite. Just personally, that book speaks to me on another level. But All-Star Superman, man, what more can I say about it that hasn't been said already? It's just so good. Check it out. I'll put a link to the book in the description box for you to get your own copy if you so, you know, choose to. But yeah, man, check it out. It's great for a reason. All-Star Superman, man, and Grant Morrison. He's the dude. They're the dude. Fucking badass. You know, it's awesome. Pick it up. Pick it up right now. But anyway, strugglers, don't forget to like, subscribe, keep reading, and get the bump. I'll see you later. Ow.